We have the Hoenn Tour at Las Vegas coming up this weekend in Pokemon Go, so we're going to check out the top tips to make sure you guys are ready to go to maximize out fully on this in-person event if you'll be there, and if not, Global Tour is coming up very soon. So welcome to the Trader Club. Here we go. Welcome back, everybody. Are you guys excited about the Pokemon Go Hoenn Tour Las Vegas 2023? Did you guys get some tickets? Will you be going? Because I will definitely be there, and I will be a featured guest of the event, so it's definitely going to be pretty easy to find me. I will be more than likely in this hat to keep me away from the sun, and I will have some type of neutral shirt on, so definitely check me out. And if you guys are looking to come and find me at a specific location, I will be located from 2 to 4 p.m. at the meet and greet location with Zoe, Swagron, and others, so I definitely hope to see you guys out there. I will be doing signings, pictures, and whatever, so I will see you guys out there. Can't wait to meet you all. Okay, so the Hoenn Tour in Las Vegas is going down from 10 until 6 p.m. And just a little bit of insight, if you guys are wondering, okay, well, I have a ticket, where do I go to redeem said ticket? Is all you have to do is show up to the park. Once you show up, at the day and time that your ticket is for, your game will change over specifically to you into the gameplay all around. Can more people come that are not going to have tickets? Yes. Will they experience something? No. More than likely, the park will be blocked off and you will not have any availability to be able to play or see anything, so that it does not slow down the network for those participating in the events. So for everybody that normally goes to Sunset Park and there's normal stops and everything like that, more than likely it will be blacked out. So if you don't have a ticket, let's say on Saturday, you do on Sunday, I would suggest to just play towards the strip and other areas that are going to have those spawns and get you there. But if you need to bring somebody, kids, friends, they just want to experience the place, you can definitely still come and experience that. And for everybody during the event, the bonuses are going to be, you will have an increased chance of shiny Pokemon. You're going to get up to 6 special trades per day. You're going to get a half cost for trades. We will talk about the bonuses in tip number 2 of this, where I do talk about trading and what I would suggest you guys do and don't do. You will be getting half hatch distance. You're going to get it up to 9 free raid passes, meaning once you do a raid, when you go and click onto the next raid, you will get the next raid pass in a sequential order. Team Go Rocket will be appearing more frequently, which is a cool thing, but also sometimes a little bit hindrancing, but I am going to talk about that in a tip as well. Incense Activated will be lasting for 90 minutes, which is effective. You will also have increased costume Pokemon coming from Incense, and then you will have increased chances of getting Spooky Boost and Energy Boost filled research tasks. So I'm not really 100% sure exactly what that will entail, but on Saturday I will be playing, and my vlog will encompass that as well. So let's start jumping into my top tips, starting off with tip number 1. Tip number 1 is going to be all about maximizing out on this event as much as possible, which means you have to clear your bag out. I am going in there with at least 2,000 spaces open because I plan to try to catch 2,000 Pokemon per day. I know it's a lofty chance that I'm going to be able to do so, but I'm going to catch at least 1,000 Pokemon in each day, and I will be definitely getting after it. So that is my main goal, is to clear out as much as possible, and then to go in with as many Ultra Balls and Great Balls, and I will even include Red Balls as possible. As far as berries go, having raspberries, golden ones, are going to be very important to help you catch shinies faster and not have to worry about if you caught them or not. And then additionally, having pineapple berries, if you're looking to pineapple anything out there, will be important. As far as the bonuses go, I would say lucky eggs will be important if you guys are going to be raiding a lot, and then if you're hitting a lot of excellent throws. Having days like this where you hit a ton of excellent throws if there's relatively easy Pokemon to catch is going to be very important for you. Not only that, having star pieces if you are looking at some of the bonuses on there. In tip number 2, we're going to talk about all the bonuses and how to fully maximize out on each and every aspect here. And then I would suggest bringing lore modules. If you bring any type of lore modules, it's going to be a challenge to be able to get yours down. However, if you do get it down, your Picnicker medal will skyrocket. So that's definitely a way to be able to get platinum on the Picnicker medal, probably in 1 lore module. And if you're looking to increase your storage, the Pokemon storage goes all the way to 6,250, and the item storage is 5,250 if you're looking to increase your bag space now. So not only that, also for premium items, like I said, lucky eggs, star pieces, and then incenses, you're getting it for 90 minutes. So for the entire day, you will virtually need 6, which is very exciting. Not only that, I would suggest that you guys potentially consider getting yourself some rocket radars, which we will check out in the next tip, where we're going to cover our bonus in tip number 2. Tip number 2 is going to be all about maximizing bonuses. So we do have increased chances of shiny Pokemon, which is fantastic. In order to get more shiny Pokemon, move around, hunt hard. If you do want to go even further, you can start AR catching or even AR just checking. I suggest catching because you always get the Stardust, you're going to get XP, and you don't want to miss out on the XL candy and so forth, which we will check out in the next tip, which is going to be including spawns and such. But at the same time, I just want to make sure you guys are fully after it, and AR catching is going to be the best way to do it. If you want to see what AR catching is, you can check this out up here. Okay, so not only that, we're going to get half the Stardust cost for trades and 6 special trades. So 4 trades. There may be a shiny out there that you're like, I'm probably never going to get this Pokemon. And maybe that's the truth. So if you have an abundance of Stardust, you can consider doing some of these trades. But think about it. If you do not have a specific shiny Pokemon and you're a brand new friend with somebody, it typically costs 1,000,000 Stardust, which would then take it down to 500,000. Only Pokemon I really see worthy of those are the Pikachus from regions that are maybe no longer available, such as the Okinawa shiny Pikachu, or maybe even getting the Pikachu Libre, which it would be insane in a shiny trade, which would be very, very crazy. And beyond that, if you can encounter it and potentially do have the chance to catch it in the future, I would suggest using those lucky trades with best friends. So then if you want to trade for a shiny, you can get that Pokemon for half the Stardust, which would be 20,000. And here's a tip for you guys. Let's say you want to get the Okinawa Pikachu. Well, it's going to potentially cost you 500,000 Stardust. What you can do is, with that person, you would give them something cool. They're going to give you a regular Okinawa Pikachu because I doubt they're going to want to just blow a trade. So let's say you give them a shiny Rayquaza for an Okinawa regular Pikachu. Then you trade with them one more time. Let's say then you give them a shiny Groudon. They're going to give you the shiny Okinawa Pikachu. So you are using 2 trades, but that will then take that Pokemon from what once was 500,000 and enter it as if it's just a special trade for the day. So that's one way to get around it, as long as you have had a shiny Pikachu before. So if you had the shiny Pikachu, you get the regular costume without the shiny, and then you get the costume trade as the next one. While it will burn an extra trade, it is going to significantly reduce the Stardust, and to me, that is going to be worth it. And then we're going to talk about the half-hatch distance. I highly suggest you guys go into this day with 12 12-kilometer eggs, especially if you have the bonuses, which we're going to cover here in a second. But 12 12-kilometer eggs on a star piece will yield you close to 100,000 Stardust as of right now, without the egg hatching bonus. And let's not forget about the 9 passes that you will be getting throughout the day, so please make sure to do at least 9 raids before 6 p.m. to be able to help you capitalize. And there's going to be increased rockets. So what I'm going to say about these rockets is, if you choose to spend money on this event, which I highly encourage because it definitely enhances your gameplay, you will be able to potentially buy some rocket radars if that's what you're after. And after you hatch the first batch, you could go through and potentially get more leader Pokemon. I don't know how many are going to be prevalent in the park, but you could get more 12-kilometer eggs and then hatch through them and then change over into hatching eggs. And what I have understood, the only place where you're going to be able to get shiny regionals, which is going to be in 10-kilometer eggs. And also make sure to incense the entire day to increase your chances for shiny Pokemon. Okay, so now that those bonuses are done, let's say you got the add-ons. For the add-ons, you're going to get 18 additional free raid passes, which is insane. I love this bonus. You will get 5,000 additional XP per raid. So if you're on a lucky egg, you're looking at 30,000 XP per raid, which is crazy. Not only that, you're getting 6 candy additional and an additional guaranteed 3 extra XL candy, which is crazy. So you're averaging a minimum of 6 XL candy per raid and can go all the way up until 9. Holy smokes, that's a lot. So for this one, if you're doing this, raid a lot. But if you're raiding a lot and you're on lucky eggs, I highly suggest you have some type of auto catcher to be able to catch Pokemon in the background and not waste your time. The goal here is to maximize as much as possible. Every time you're in a raid, you're activating and you're walking at the same time you're raiding, so that you're constantly catching in the background, potentially getting you shiny Pokemon, getting you more Stardust, more XL candy, and more shinies. And that's pretty cool, but let's take it one step further. Let's say that you got the Egg Enthusiast one as well. So this one I particularly love because of the 12-kilometer egg. So if you have the Egg Enthusiast, you absolutely must go in with 12 12-kilometer eggs, wait till the event starts, and then start incubating. Even for the regular, if you don't have this, wait until the event starts and then start incubating, because you're going to get quarter egg hatch distance. So on a super incubator, you're hatching these 12-kilometer eggs for a grand total of 2 kilometers, which is insane. Super insane. You will also be getting 3 times hatch XP, 3 times hatch candy, and 3 times hatch Stardust. 3 times. So you're looking at approximately 250 to 300,000 Stardust from one round of 12-kilometer eggs. That isn't crazy. So if that was me and I don't want to participate in any rockets during this event, I would hatch all of my eggs during the event and I would not spin stops right afterwards, I would hit the strip and I would go right to find as many rocket leaders as possible. Hopefully there's 12 around. If not, you may have to drive or take a cab a little bit outside of the strip and get all 12-kilometer eggs so you can repeat the process for the next day to capitalize on how insane this bonus is. So that is going to be tip number 2, which is then going to lead us to everything in tip number 3. Tip number 3 is going to be all about the spawns during this event. Alright guys, so let's break down the spawns because you have a lot of cool things going on here, and I'm going to recommend some megas, which I have already recommended in my pre-tips, but I'm going to get after you guys once again. So here we go. In the Blistering Sands event, we do have Torchic, Poochyena, Lotad, Nincada, Makuhita, Nosepass, Aron, Numel, Cacnea, Baltoy, and Bagon. So if I'm looking at this spawn set in general, I love the Torchic because Mega Blaziken is an absolute beast. I absolutely love the Bagon. If we're looking at future megas and current megas, we do have the Bagon, we have the Torchic, we have the Aron, which is going into Mega Aggron, and then we have the Numel, which is going to be Mega Camerupt. Okay, so Mega Camerupt and Aggron are not meta attackers. The best part of Mega Camerupt is it's a fire and a ground type, dual type mega for Mega level 3 and extra XL candy, but beyond that, that's what it is. Meta attackers, we are definitely looking at the top and the bottom for Mega Blaziken and Mega Salamence. I love the Mega Salamence here. It's a very powerful Pokemon. It's a very powerful Shadow Pokemon, so having extra XL candy on Bagon is definitely worth your time. So for this, I would consider having some type of Dragon Mega if this is a Pokemon you're after. The Dragon Megas can include Mega Charizard X, which will combine with Fire, which would work if you do need Torchic XL candy or other Pokemon in here. You're going to have to really break down and figure out which Pokemon you have as Mega level 3s, and then which Pokemon you're most after XL candy for. Other Pokemon would include Mega Latios, which will be Dragon and Psychic, Mega Latias, same typing. We'll also have, one of my favorites, is going to be Mega Altaria, which is a Dragon and a Fairy type Pokemon, very effective. You can use Mega Ampharos, which is going to be Dragon and Electric. You could also use Mega Sceptile with Grass and Dragon if you're looking to get some Grass XL candy for something else. And then finally, you can use the Mega Salamence with the Flying and the Dragon type if you're looking to get additional XL candy for your Flying types. And as far as the meta PvP Pokemon, we do have Probopass in here. I would highly suggest you guys look at something low attack, high defense, and stamina. I'm not going to cover the IVs of that one because it's ranked 136 in the Great League. So although it is a tanky Pokemon, not the best Pokemon, not even in the top 100. However, this area does have the Cacnea, which is a brand new shiny, so I highly suggest you at least go to this area to grab yourself a shiny Cacnea, which then leads us to the Eerie Mists. In the Eerie Mist, we do have Ralts right off the bat. Great shiny, would pair very well with Mega Altaria to get you XL candy for Mega Gardevoir and Mega Gallade. We do have Surskit in here, which is a brand new shiny for this event. First time ever being here, so I suggest visiting this area to at least get yourself that. We have Meditite with the shiny, does eventually have a Mega Medicham, which is very cool. Not only that, it's a very relevant Pokemon for PvP. IVs are going to be 5, 15, 15 for the Medicham. At level 50, so you are still going to need 296 XL candy, and since Mega Medicham will not, I repeat, will not be a viable meta attacker, and it's going to be very good for using it for Mega XL candy at level 3. You can easily just Mega your PvP statted 296 XL candy maxed out Pokemon and get best of both worlds. We're also going to get Spoink in here. We have Zangoose, Seviper. We do have Chimecho. Chimecho is going to be a boosted Stardust Pokemon at 1,000 per catch. If it is windy weather, you're getting even more on a star piece, so I highly suggest you hang out in this area if there's a lot of Chimechos and you can go after it. We do have Mega Absol. That comes from the Absol that's spawning in here. Not the best and most effective Mega, but it's a desirable shiny here. We also have Snorunt, Love Disc, which everybody should have, and then we have ourselves Beldum. So here's an easy way for you guys to be able to get Bagon and Beldum candy by using a Mega level 3 Latios. The Beldum is going to be a Psychic and Steel combination, and the Bagon is a Dragon type. So that will work very well to be able to hit two very meta relevant Pokemon. Metagross will have a Mega at some point. Both are very strong shadows, and you get the best of both worlds here. Zangoose is going to be ranked 102 with 100% IVs of 0, 15, 10, and Frostlass is going to be ranked 51 in the Great League at a 0, 15, 15. 15 if you are hunting the Snorunt from the female. And Metagross is ranked 34 in the Master League, so that is all 15, 15, 15. Can multi-purpose that with the Mega as well and use it as a Mega and not as a Mega when you're battling it in the Master League. Which then leads us into the Verdant Earth habitat. Okay, so here we go. We do have Trico, which is a very effective Mega Pokemon. We do have Zangoose, we do have Wurmple. Wurmple is a great Pokemon to be able to Pineapple whenever you see it because it is a 12 candy per evolve and an easy Pokemon to be able to get extra candy for it and evolve it at a future Spotlight Hour with 2x Evolve XP. Then we have Seedot, we have Shroomish, which is a boosted Stardust Pokemon. We have Slackoth. I hate Slackoth because I hate slacking being in the top of my bag. I'm considering deleting my level 40 100% IV because I just don't like how high it sits at a level 40, honestly speaking. Some of you guys may differ in opinion. We have Skitty with the shiny. We have Mawile with the shiny. The reason why I like Mawile here is because the shiny is typically behind raids or behind shadow Pokemon. It's not a typically wild spawning Pokemon. It does have in a future Mega Pokemon. It is not going to be effective for a meta attacker standpoint, but for XL Candy as a fairy and a steel type Pokemon, it will be very cool and very effective. So I highly suggest that you guys, I don't know, at least hunt this Pokemon, get the shiny. But for that reason, you don't really need XL Candy, but if you do want to XL it out, you can do it here by getting in there. We do have Electrike, Mega Manectric, strongest electric Pokemon as a Mega in the game. Roselia with the shiny. Brand new Gulpin, so do check out this habitat to get your shiny Gulpin. And then we have Swablu. Swablu goes into Altaria, which is very effective. It also has the Mega Altaria, Dragon, and Fairy, which is a very, very effective dual type combination to have at Mega level 3. The Altaria is ranked 11 in the Great League at a 0-14-15, and then ranked 88 in the Ultra League at 15-15-15, and it will be below 2500 at level 50, which you can have it at level 50 and then use that level 50 if you use it for the Ultra League as your Mega level 3 Pokemon as well. Even the Great League one can still get Mega'd. It doesn't matter about the stats because it is not a strong attacker. It is strictly for the purpose of either boosting other Pokemon in your party or getting more XL Candy. And then finally, we have the Ancient Shores. For the Ancient Shores, we have Mudkip, which is a very effective attacker. It is the Swiss Army knife of Pokemon for the water and ground type. It is extremely effective Mega Pokemon, very strong in the water category, very, very strong in the ground category, and it's great in PvP. In the Great League, it's ranked 5 at a 0-14-14. In the Ultra League, it's ranked 9 at a 0-14-13. And in the Master League, it's ranked 32, which you could multi-purpose as your Mega and being that effective because it does need 15-15-15s to be the most effective, and it's very strong as an attacker. And then we're getting onto Wingull. Wingull is actually very effective as Pelipper. It's ranked 10 in Great League at a 0-12-15, and then ranked 36 in the Ultra League at all 15s at level 50, so you will need 296 XL Candy if you're going to use that Pokemon. Very impressed by that Pokemon. And then we have Carvanha, and Carvanha is going to have Mega Sharpedo at some point. It's going to be a dark and a water type. We already have that in Gyarados. It won't be as strong, but it's going to be very cool looking, and it has a great shiny. And let's not forget about Barboach. Barboach goes into Wishcash. It's going to be a 0-14-13 on this Pokemon. Very effective, ranked 26 in the Great League. The only downside of this Pokemon, it does get Blizzard, and Blizzard does take a little bit longer to charge. And then we have Corphish. Corphish is a relatively newer and semi-rare shiny if you did not go to Sevilla, which may be worth your while here. We also do get Anorith and Laleep, Phoebus, Sveal, and Clamperl. So for this habitat in specific, there's no brand new shinies being added, and it is not quite as desirable as all the other three for brand new shinies being in there. So now, if we're looking for XL Candy, I highly suggest you guys consider that Mega Latios or Latias because of the Dragon combination and the Psychic combination, and that Psychic will also pair well with Ralts, which is really cool. If you're looking at more towards getting Mawile XL Candy because it's just rare, you can consider using that Mega Altaria like I talked about, or any of the Hoenn starter Mega level 3s would be effective if you're looking to get XL Candy in their typings. Mega Swampert, Mega Sceptile, and Mega Blaziken are all great dual types, but you really have to pair your typings. Which one do you want most XL Candy? I gave you some of the most effective Pokemon, and then also depending on which Pokemon you do choose, Ruby or Sapphire, you're going to get spawns with that as well. For the Sapphire, which you will be competing for Primal Kyogre Surges, you will be getting Minun, you're going to be getting Illumise, Wailmer, Lunatone, and Castform. Nothing crazy in there. And then as far as the Groudon, you'll be getting Plusle, Volbeat, Trapinch, Solrock, and Castform. So for me, I am more than likely going to be going after the Groudon just because I want this Volbeat shiny. And more than likely, we'll be having a nice good competition, but I highly suggest, very, very key that you guys do mention this to people. If one team is winning too much, let's say Groudon comes twice in a row, I highly suggest those people with the Groudon back off on the Surge challenge and allow Kyogre to shine through next so we can have a good balance of this. And that's going to be a community-driven thing that you guys are going to have to team up with each other about. So that is all. I know that's a lot. Coming from the spawns, now we're getting into tip number 4. Tip number 4 is going to be all about the eggs going on during this event. So guys, in 2-kilometer eggs, we're going to have Pichu, we're going to have Igglybuff, we're going to have Trico, Torchic, Mudkip, Azurill, and Wynot. So although these eggs will be hatching very fast, they are not my favorite eggs, even though there's some cool baby Pokemon in here that you could definitely hatch the shinies of. So if you do get those, obviously you're going to have to hatch through them. I would just use your regular incubators on that. In 5-kilometer eggs, you're going to be getting Surskit, Gulpin, and Cacnea. 3 brand new shinies, great potential coming from those 5-kilometer eggs. In the 7-kilometer eggs, although there is Beldum and Bagon in here, I suggest you guys don't do this because you guys are going to be seeing those spawning in the wild, as well as Trapinch and Phoebus. I am going to say no-go on the 7-kilometer eggs and probably no-go on the 5-kilometer eggs, but you can't really help that. But the 10-kilometer eggs are going to be where it's at because that's where you will find Torkoal, Tropius, and Relicanth. And those are going to be brand new shinies. I have been told that they're only going to be coming from 10-kilometer eggs. And if you have the Egg Enthusiast bonus, you will be getting higher chances of 10-kilometer egg drops coming from this bonus. So not only that, with that Egg Lover bonus, you guys are going to be hatching these eggs extremely fast. I am going to be going after as many 10-kilometer eggs to try to hatch these shinies as possible. But even further, guys, the 12-kilometer eggs will be your most lucrative and easiest to be able to get / hatch during this event because of the boosted rockets and the reduced incubator distance. So that, if you're looking for strictly Function of Stardust, but for this event, I'm going in with Function of Stardust and I am leaving with 10-kilometer eggs as much as possible. But that's going to require you guys to have a lot of incubators to turn through a lot of eggs to be able to help capitalize. So the 100% IVs are going to be as follows. For the Torkoal, 1196 coming out of the 10. For Tropius, it will be 1109. And for Relicanth, easy to remember, 1444. So those are the eggs. On to tip number 5. Tip number 5 is going to be all about raids going on during this event. So we are going to have the Deoxys going down in raids, which is a bummer. I'm just saying. Okay, well, the shinies are out. Maybe you guys don't have the shinies. I will not be spending any raid passes on Deoxys at all. I'm so sick of Deoxys. I never want to see that again. However, Deoxys defense form will be the only Pokemon that is most effective coming through here. In the Great League, it's ranked 34 at a 10, 15, 13. And in the Ultra League, it's ranked 44 at level 49.5 at a 12, 13, 15. So you will need a ton of candy to be able to get that one there at optimal IVs and optimal placings. And not only that, you'll be getting snapshot encounters with Latios and Latias, so make sure to take your snapshots. And it looks like we will be getting the Regis spawning in the wild based on the hidden part of this event that's saying that you will be encountering these Pokemon in the wild, because that are all of the Regis insignia on their, the little Registeel with the circle dots around it and so forth. And then finally, Primal Groudon and Kyogre, which we will have a counter guide coming out if you want to check it out up here. It is going to be coming out tomorrow. Those Pokemon, 23, 51 will be the 100% IVs. If it's sunny weather, Groudon will get boosted all the way to 2939. And then if it's rainy weather, which I sure hope it's not, Kyogre will be boosted all the way to level 25 at the exact same IVs at 2939. They share the exact same IVs, so it's going to be easy to go. And not only that, guys, Rayquaza will be coming out later the next week, so that's going to be definitely the last Hoenn Pokemon that we're going to be looking for. Okay, guys, the one other thing about the Megas coming in here is that we are getting Primal Kyogre and Primal Groudon. Wow, I will be rating for this Pokemon. For the Hoenn Tour Global, we will have more chances at it, so I would highly suggest you guys concentrate your time and effort here and focus on the XL Candy of what you can catch in the spawns, and then the next weekend, we can focus on the XL Candy coming from Kyogre and Groudon. But if you do want to use these Pokemon and get XL Candy just from these during this event, you can use Mega Steelix for a ground type, which will also be a steel type combination and can multi-purpose with that Beldum, which is very cool. Or if you want to go after Kyogre, you're looking at water type Pokemon. Also, I would suggest probably using the Mega Swampert for the ground type combination. Or if you want dark types, which are not super common in this generation, you can look at the Mega Gyarados. Okay guys, so not only that, let's check out the brand new shinies that are introduced. Every single Pokemon in the Hoenn will be shiny after this event. You will not be able to catch all of the evolved shinies in the wild, but you will have the ability to catch the base forms and then evolve them. So we do have Surskit all the way to Masquerain, which looks really cool. We have Gulpin going into Swalot. Really excited that Gulpin can finally be shiny and I can actually start catching it. We do have Torkoal, which is amazing, coming from 10-kilometer eggs, Cacnea, as well as Cacturn, which look really cool. Kecleon, really cool, and Tropius is really cool. Relicanth, also really cool. And then Jirachi will be coming from the research as a brand new shiny, and the Jirachi 100% IV will be $13.99. Holy smokes, guys, that's a lot of information. Make sure to watch this multiple times if you need it and share it to everybody that is going to need to maximize out on the Hoenn Tour in Pokemon Go, because from all my event experience, that is going to be what you do need. But not only that, let's not forget about our energy bars if you guys need them. I prefer the Go Macro bars. I think they're fantastic for energy and substance. They are organic as well. Not only that, let's make sure to bring water in whatever facet that's going to be for you to make sure you stay hydrated, and make sure to bring a hat and potential sunscreen. And I would even get a very light poncho to put in your bag. And then also you definitely need a well-powered, I would suggest an Anchor battery pack to help you guys max out so that you do not run out of power in Pokemon Go. Not only that, I highly suggest you guys have an auto catcher coming in to help you multitask when you are raiding, so you don't miss out on catching and you can bless your bag with shinies while you are in raid battle. So thank you guys for tuning in as always. To all my likers, comments, subscribers, Patreon members, everybody takes their support, subscription, and participation to the next level. I'm gonna see you guys out at the Hoenn Tour. Peace. I want to take this time to thank everybody who supports me in every facet. It means the world to me, and an extra special thank you to all my Patreons. I greatly appreciate the extra support to continue to allow me to pursue Pokemon Go full time, allowing me to create my daily video uploads in the most timely fashion for everyone's benefit. Plus, I get the amazing experience of sharing my creative processes behind the scenes and raiding all around the globe with select upper tiers. Thank you everybody for being a part of the Trainer Club. You all mean the absolute world to me, and I will see you guys out on the next video.